Both House Democrats and the Senate Majority Coalition have released their budget plans. What are your thoughts on these proposals?
Well, here today, the talk of the town is budgets. Last week we heard the Majority House bring their budget out, and they released it just late last week. Yesterday, the Senate Republicans came out with their budget. And today what I'd like to do is to compare and contrast the two different budgets, just so that you will know what the main points are and what we have to work with, or both sides have to work with to negotiate with as time goes on. The House budget was released last week, like I said. The total spending for their budget is $39 billion for the 2015-17 biennium. Yesterday, the Senate said that the same biennium was going to spend $38 billion. The House accomplishes this by raising taxes, $1.5 billion in new taxes. The Senate invests $1.3 billion for K through 12. It's good to note that 80% of the revenue growth that's coming in this year, the $3 billion, 80% of that is going toward the K through 12. The House is actually freezing the college tuition. The Senate is actually, in contrast, is actually reducing college tuition by 25%, and that's the first time since in the 1970s that any tuition has been reduced. As I mentioned, the House balances their budget by increasing taxes. I'd like to give you a few points about what taxes those are. There's a 5% capital gains income tax that's created. They're adding a bottled water tax, which the voters resoundingly rejected at the ballot box just a few years ago. They're increasing the B&O taxes, which will affect 36% of the businesses that are in the service industry in Washington State. That's about 144,000 businesses. They're increasing or creating an online internet sales tax. And the Senate budget, actually, they prioritize their spending rather than raising taxes. And they're utilizing the revenues that are coming in to do that. The Senate budget also provides a $2,000 raise for the full-time employees, for all state employees. Now we're down to where we have to negotiate and to work together in the two houses to come up with a good budget. It's two ends of the spectrum, and so we have to meet somewhere in the middle. So it's a good start for both sides. It's important that we continue to have this be a timely process, that we strive to finish in our 105 days. Because the delay will only hurt kids and school districts because they have to have their budgets done before or during the month of May. So that basically wraps up what the differences in simple points of the budgets.
You hosted a telephone town hall this week. Can you tell us about that event?
Well, it was a great teletown hall, first one that I've ever done. We had great participation and we had some really great discussion. We had a few survey questions that basically had results that we assumed we were going to get, and generally speaking what the results are for across the state. And I'm looking forward to getting back in the district and hosting more town halls at home.